I have to excuse our general manager, Rey Mysterio, taking a moment to make it to the entryway after leaving the commentary desk. The brand new general manager of AAA, the WWE and AAA Hall of Famer, Rey Mysterio, making an appearance prior to this colossal, historic mask versus mask main event. John, I know it's a touchy subject for you, but how excited are you to have Rey Mysterio leading the ship for AAA?
Well, I wish he would leave commentary just for good, but he has done a great job as general manager. What he did last week, when you had the Americanos go after each other, and that voided their contract, that meant no match. Rey Mysterio says, no, we are going to have this under my rules. So what Rey Mysterio has done as general manager, I begrudgingly applaud.
Well, there we see moments earlier in the day as both the original and El Grande Americano prepare for the biggest battle of their lives.
En cada página de cada historia se dibujan rivalidades. Héroe contra villano. Rudo contra técnico. Leyenda contra impostor. Esta noche, uno lucha por el honor, mientras que el otro se esconde tras un mito robado.
Esta historia de engaño, esta historia de fraude.
Esta guerra generacional por la identidad única del grande americano evolucionó rápidamente hasta convertirse en una de las rivalidades emblemáticas de la lucha libre. Y si bien esta controversia ha generado animosidad, también ha dado origen a un ícono.
¡El Grande Americano!
The unlikeliest of saviors for the good people of Mexico.
El orgullo mexicano no es el color de tu piel. Es nuestra cultura, la cultura más hermosa del mundo. Un mexicano nace donde se le da la gana.
Sumergiéndose en la cultura mexicana, el grande americano se ha erigido como el corazón y el alma de AAA y como una figura única en la lucha libre.
What the hell's this? I told you that there's more than one El Grande Americano.
Hola.
Now there's been an imposter Americano running around this place, and it makes me sick.
Enter the original.
The absolute best luchador on planet Earth with 100+ years of experience. Found the fountain of youth in Mexico, and he's been drinking it ever since.
No one's questioning the ability of the original, but that does not a luchador make.
Incensed that the lucha libre world deemed him the fraudulent Americano, the original was out for blood.
Un ataque brutal, sin piedad.
The original El Grande Americano snapped.
Ni siquiera vio cuando le iba a atacar.
The OG definitely means lucha disrespect.
Eventually, the original locked his will onto his true arch rival, hijacking a coveted spot in the Rey de Reyes finals. But El Grande Americano persevered, serving the original a dose of poetic justice.
Final del torneo Rey de Reyes.
Oh! This is payback. The original's been handcuffed.
Hoy tenemos al Grande Americano como Rey de Reyes.
Y ahora, con el impulso de su lado, el grande americano estaba listo para la justicia.
Revenge is sweet.
Hazlo por mí, hazlo por México, por favor. Ya eso se acabó. Ojo por ojo. Diente por diente. Y sangre por sangre. Tú, yo, máscara contra este.
I'm gonna prove that there's only uno original El Grande Grande Americano, and you're looking at him. Gracias.
Te voy a enterrar a ti y a esa máscara que ni te corresponde, porque solo hay un grande americano y ese güey es y siempre será mexicano.
¿Quién será desenmascarado? ¿Quién quedará reivindicado? ¿Quién será humillado? ¿Y quién saldrá de Monterrey como el verdadero, el grande americano?
cantando se alegra, cielito lindo, los corazones. Ay, 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 canta y no llores. Un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo, trabajando. Ese lunar que tienes, cielito lindo, junto a la boca. No se lo des a nadie, cielito lindo, que a mí me toca. Porque cantando se alegra, cielito lindo.
Señoras y señores, bienvenidos a la Noche de los Grandes. Este es nuestro evento principal. En una batalla sin empate, sin indulto, sin descalificación. Lucharán máscara contra máscara. Presentando en esta esquina la imponente fuerza de una leyenda viviente de la lucha libre del Golfo de América, el original, el grande americano. En la otra esquina, la inmensidad de un ídolo, orgullo de la afición, con alma mexicana. Esta noche, por la Pimpi, por Andrea y por México. El más querido, el más amado, el grande americano.
One man claims to be the original. The other man has been embraced as a cultural icon here in Mexico. A guitar shot before the opening bell by the original El Grande Americano.
It's a no disqualification.
It certainly is. We heard Jesus Zuniga make the announcement, mask versus mask, no disqualification. And the original looking to steal this one.
This is insane.
The atmosphere in...
Oh, the atmosphere here is insane. I've been in big matches, big moments, from Budokan to the Garden. I've never felt anything like this. This is crazy. Listen to these people.
Well, in the event that you don't understand Spanish, what they are chanting at the original El Grande Americano, not a term of endearment. The original has become absolutely detested south of the border here in Mexico, whereas the original, where his counterpart, El Grande Americano in the gold, has become something of a cultural icon recently. He has embraced Mexican culture. Mexican culture has embraced him right back.
Oh, it's cause he's a suck-up. And he stole the original Americano's gimmick is what he did. He stole his name. He stole his mask. And somehow these people here have bought into it.
Here comes the real El Grande Americano, firing off a series of right hands. He's got the original trapped in the corner. This has been a clash months in the making. The moment has finally arrived. There can only be one. Will it be the original? Will it be El Grande Americano? It is unfolding the final chapter right before our very eyes. Sold out in Arena Monterrey. And look at the power of El Grande Americano. I want to welcome our general manager, Rey Mysterio, back into the commentary booth. Rey, what was the atmosphere like inside the ring just moments ago?
I've never lived this atmosphere before in my life. That's how I want to describe it. It was incredible.
What I was saying, Ray, it's unbelievable. We and I've been in this business for decades. To see something like this, it's just wonderful. It's awesome to be a part of this.
Yes, 100%. And I'm so happy that I was able to be out there for the introduction, although it didn't start off the way it should have.
Well, El Grande Americano has managed to fight his way back into this matchup with a suicide dive to the outside. Drop kick takes down the original.
And remember, it's no disqualification.
The highest of stakes in the world of lucha libre. Mask versus mask, essentially putting your identity on the line.
There can be
and the
only
original
one.
Just sent Americano face first into the steel ring post.
The original,
as we mentioned, no disqualification. This is all perfectly legal.
Did you hear that thump when his forehead hit the post?
Well, the fans driving El Grande Americano.
I have to point out the love that they are showing for El Grande Americano.
Ray, talk to me a little bit more about that. Talk to me about how special this El Grande Americano in the gold has become in Mexico.
Oh my God, Corey. The fans absolutely adore him. They worship him. They love him. And just the ovation
There's a
that he
serenata
gets.
that took place. People
Mexico,
marching through the streets in support.
Yes. Last week in Mexico, this past week in Monterrey, I mean, it has been insane.
Why don't you guys just sit
took a
around
little
and,
too long.
Why don't you guys just sit around and sing Kumbaya together? All this lovey-dovey stuff is making me sick. He stole the man's name.
I'm just being
and now
real.
all these people love this fake stooge Americano.
Look, you could never cheat the people because they know what's going on. They know reality. So they know who stole the name. Who stole the name?
The fake one, the one on the ground down there. The one that stole this Americano's name, this legend from Mexico, the original Americano.
I think we're going to have to debate on that some
Right
other
now.
day.
And he's going to leave in disgrace when he has to take his mask off.
Oh!
Face first into the steel stairs goes El Grande Americano as the original continues to brutalize his opposition.
Oh, he hit the edge on that last one.
The original has opened up a can.
No.
This is not good. Intentions here.
This is not good.
The original. No. Oh my God! Oh my God!
This is how intense
Was the
this
version
rivalry
of an inverted angle slam off the stairs. And the original now in control, hooks the far leg for the mask.
Look at the incredible shape that both of these competitors are in. That's how important they understand. This is a career-defining moment.
Look at this, the original ripping and tearing at the mask of El Grande Americano.
Talk about disrespect. This is where you cross the line.
Well,
the original El Grande Americano has crossed every line he could possibly conceive.
Well, you would too, Corey, if somebody stole your name and tried to steal your job.
The original put his hands on a disabled comedian, John. He forced Andrea Bazarte to be fired from AAA so that this match could take place. The original has found no depths too low to stoop. Through the table! A desperate Americano muscling up the original before driving him off of the apron through a table.
Hey, it's no disqualification, but you still got to have the finish happen in the ring.
Think about the stakes, John. You can lose a championship and attempt to win it back. When you lose your mask, when you lose your identity, you lose everything. Once and for all.
That is it. There's no going back.
Oh, ankle lock submission applied on the floor momentarily. Wow. And Americano just dumped with a German suplex by the original.
why these matches are so rare in Mexico, as you say, Corey. It's why this is the hottest thing in the world right now. The world
The
is
original
watching.
utilizing a fragment from the table to inflict further damage to El Grande Americano. No disqualification in this mask versus mask matchup. This chaos is all perfectly legal.
Oh my God!
What?
Wow! There's nothing on that, throwing it like that, that doesn't hurt. Oh!
The original El Grande Americano looks downright unhinged right now.
Yes, he
don't
does.
care. He don't care about life. He has one thing in his mind, is taking that mask.
He realizes someone is trying to steal his legacy, steal his identity. But you still have to finish the match in the ring.
Look at all of the battle damage being suffered by El Grande Americano. The mask badly torn. And the original El Grande Americano just continues to pour on the punishment. Jose Roberto, get out of the way.
JBL's good friend.
Right, I hope they run right over both of them. Especially Roberto.
Tremendous shape from the original. Tremendous.
You're right, just look at the definition of the original. He is in the shape of his life in this match. He understands.
Yes.
This is the match of his life. This is the match of his career. This is the defining moment that he will always live by.
I have to agree with you on that.
The original muscling Americano back inside the ring and stiff right hands to the eyebrow. And I believe El Grande Americano has been opened up.
Oh, what a right hand. Oh my God. Just a straight right.
Oh. The original just brutalizing Americano right now. The sangre beginning to flow in Monterrey.
It is not a máscara contra máscara when there's no sangre, so this is the way I thought it would go.
That when that blood is above the eye, you lose the ability to see.
Yes.
It could greatly affect the game plan of El Grande Americano, blindly firing off wild rights and lefts. Big suplex by the original. Hooks the leg for the win.
The original has absolutely dominated this match.
Oh.
Whoa, man.
Wow.
The chance of si se puede. Yes, we can. Attempting to rally El Grande Americano.
Hope is never lost.
Yeah, but it's getting less and less though, Ray.
Yeah. You'd be surprised where that comes from.
I've never seen him this tenacious. I've never seen him this good.
Oh, Jesus.
Look at this.
He is tenacious.
Top rope.
He is at the top of the game. He is ruthless. Both stars on the top
Oh,
rope.
wow.
Belly to back suplex. My
Planted.
goodness.
Cover him.
He could be knocked out.
You might be right, Ray, and this could be the beginning of the end for the fairy tale story that has been the phenomenon of El Grande Americano in Mexico.
The original can't cover him. Look at this. What a...
I believe the
this
original
is.
might have taken enough out of himself to be
Absolutely.
preventative from making the cover. A high angle, nasty landing for both individuals.
Let's go, Randy.
A carefully measured right. Uh-oh. El Grande Americano asking for more, saying, OG, is that all you've got? Blockbuster by Americano. Hooks the leg.
But is that
And
all
look
he's
at
got left?
Americano. Americano reaching out to his people, to his familia, to his gente. Summoning the will to continue to fight for his identity, for Pimpy, for Mexico.
For the character he stole from the original Americano.
And now the original in danger of being unmasked.
Great choice. I have to say, there's nothing like a little bit of payback.
Disrespect runs both ways.
I'm just saying, you know, it's happened to me before. If I could get the opportunity to pay back, I would do it.
I can understand that.
The original able to roll through on the outside. And deposited face first on top of the steel ring stairs was the original El Grande Americano.
It was one of those silent ones, too, like just enough pressure to hit him right on the edge.
That's right. He looks like he got him right on the edge.
Those probably hurt the worst.
This has been a fight from the opening bell. And now the original, feeling the end could be near. And El Grande Americano delivering rapid-fire rights, attempting to return the favor and perhaps open up the original El Grande Americano. Mission accomplished.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Hooks the
That's
leg. These two warriors fighting tooth and nail, scratching and clawing to best the other. The stakes do not get any higher.
They know whatever happens in the next few minutes will define the rest of their lives.
And Americano searching under the ring once again for more weaponry. No disqualification. Both men busted wide open. Americano attempting to position the chair in between the turnbuckles. But the original now given several moments to recover.
Could be making a
Probably
mistake.
a bad idea.
Yes, it is.
Oh no! German suplex from the original. The original swings and misses.
Oh, man. Chair on chair.
Cover.
For the mask.
Oh!
What the hell?
What happened?
Oh no, Los Americanos Hermanos, Julio and Bruno. Julio and Bruno have hit the scene to assist the original El Grande Americano.
You know something like this had to happen. It's no disqualification. The stakes couldn't be higher. 2 careers, defining moments we're about to see. And Julio and Bruno just made their mark.
Julio and Bruno doing the heavy lifting, the dirty work of the original. Putting El Grande Americano through the announce table. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, it does not appear that the saga of El Grande Americano will have a happy ending tonight in Monterrey.
Depends on how you define happy.
Diving headbutt.
The right, oh my goodness!
Running on instinct and instinct alone, somehow, some way, the Mexican icon, El Grande Americano, kicks out.
The Mexican thief kicked out.
Unless one of the other guys is holding you down, I don't see one of these guys giving up the fall. I really don't.
Agree, Ray. I don't know what
Wait a second. Hey. Rayo and Bravo. Rayo and Bravo Americano. Evening the odds. Taking out Julio and Bruno.
I don't know if they're taking them out. They're certainly occupying their time, though. They're doing their job.
A kendo stick. Rayo Americano teeing off on Julio and Bruno. This is chaos. This is madness. This is lucha. Wait a minute. Bravo!
Whoa!
Ay, Dios mío!
Let the bodies hit the floor.
This is how much mask versus mask means to both teams. Rayo and Bravo Americano, Julio and Bruno, Los Americanos Hermanos.
Someone's life will be changed. Both lives are going to be changed forever. One for the better, one for the much worse.
Bravo Americano from a height that has to be at least 15 feet in the air, launching himself, sacrificing himself in hopes of keeping the match even, keeping the odds equal, keeping mask versus mask decisive and fair.
What's he doing? Who's he calling out? Oh, it's Ojitos.
He's starting another fight.
Oh!
Ojitos, the comedian who was assaulted.
No, not again. There you go.
And that walking stick.
What are they cheering for?
Ojitos protecting himself.
I don't blame him.
Oh, the comedian's a troublemaker. Ban him. I don't know how he's not banned from the arena. You need to throw him out of Mexico.
The question is, can El Grande Americano capitalize? Maybe not. Rolling Liger kick by the original.
You can see the exhaustion building up.
This has become a battle of wills. What the heck?
What?
Diving headbutt by Americano.
Not this way, no.
Oh! I thought that was it. Oh my God.
First Ojitos, then Pimpinela Escarlata. The ghosts of the original's past haunting him tonight in Monterrey.
Neither one of them have any business being at ringside. Need to deport them both. Throw them out of the arena.
This has devolved into a battle of sheer will. It's about legacy.
Somebody is about to lose their legacy, their identity, everything.
And a length of bull rope has been introduced by Americano. Reminiscent of the great Tejano.
I've never been hit by one of those, but I would imagine it hurts.
And a foul, a low blow by the original.
Not a foul, no disqualifications, Corey.
You're right in this one, John. You're absolutely right. Perfectly legal in the original.
Jesus.
Now, whipping Americano mercilessly with a bull rope. Bradshaw, you know a thing or two about utilizing a bull rope in a wrestling match.
I certainly do. I've had my nose broke by it. I've had ribs broke by it. Absolutely.
Wow. Oh, my Lord.
Planted.
Face first into the steel chair.
You got him original.
That's it.
Goodbye to the fake Americano.
What? It's not going to be easy.
How many times, John, how many times have you written off El Grande Americano tonight, yet he continues to fight?
I give you that. He understands his entire future is at stake. Both of them. Both of their futures are at stake.
Corey,
you don't just lose your match,
brawl?
you lose your identity, you lose your legacy, you lose everything.
How long did that last brawl lasted? Oh, Andrea!
Wait a minute, what's she doing here? She was fired. Last I heard from her, she was getting in a fight in some elevator in Florida. What the hell is she doing here? That
Andrea was
troublemaker.
fired. Andrea was fired as a condition by the original El Grande Americano to do this match.
Who let her in?
I don't know, but this is motivational to El Grande.
She's nothing but a troublemaker. She's not supposed to be here.
No.
Don't you dare,
Don't lose
original.
focus. Original, do not lose focus. Original, go back to the ring.
Andrea bought a ticket.
Yes.
We're
Rightfully so.
sold out. Somebody gave her that ticket. We're sold out.
And Americano has been unleashed. Turning the tables with the bull rope. This is about legacy. This is about pride. Hell, this may be about love. Down goes the original.
On the chair.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's it. That's got to be it now.
No.
Oh, my.
And the original survives yet again. Take another look at this epic DDT delivered by El Grande Americano.
Absolutely planted. This crowd is insane. How can you blame them?
Esto es lucha. This is lucha. This is what AAA is all about.
a right hand. They're blocking every punch with their face.
The blood flowing beneath the masks. Right hands tattooing one another.
Fight broke out.
Oh, dazed him.
Sure did.
Oh! Into the corner. The original making the climb. Moonsault.
Two. No. That was so close.
Yes, it was.
Oh.
These guys are just
A Herculean effort has been put forth by both competitors tonight. Two true gladiators.
Physical right here. You're correct about that. What a fight we are seeing. This is what mass versus mass, what Apuesta, this is what lucha is all about.
The original now attempting to attack the legs of El Grande Americano. The knee, the ankle being smashed between the ring and the stairs and the steel chair.
The original Americano, you guys both know when he sees an injury, it's like shark blood in the water. He is tenacious. Here we go.
And the ankle lock cinched in. This could be curtains for El Grande Americano.
Goodbye to
the
your
original
dad.
El Grande Americano cranking with everything he has in the ankle lock submission.
Oh!
La Cavernaria! La Cavernaria is in! Can the original hold on?
Not close to the ropes, and there's not a break anyway. It's no disqualification.
The OG beginning to fade, but able to free himself into a pinning combination. Back into
the leg.
Ankle lock.
Oh. He's in pain.
The leg is grapevine. El Grande Americano.
No hope at all. There's no break on the ropes. The referee will not stop it unless he submits.
I don't care how tough you are, the human body is only built to withstand so much punishment. El Grande Americano's ankle is about to snap. He's gonna tap out.
Not such a great idea to steal the man's name now, is it? What in the world?
Americano able to escape.
God.
Yeah, that's bad.
The ankle gave way.
Yes. That's pretty
The
bad.
saga of El Grande Americano could prove to be a tragedy.
The soul may not have
Here
limits,
in
but the body
Monterrey, Mexico. The original ready to finish the job. Chaos Theory, bridging pin.
Wow, that was close.
I tell you, you got to start thinking about how am I going to pull this win with a broken ankle, possibly. And your mind starts going crazy. You're trying to figure out what I need to do next.
You're right, Ray, because he's just trying to survive right now. He's got to figure out a way to try to figure out how to win. I don't know if it's possible.
I mean, it's
It
got
may
to
just be a matter of time.
Both men battered, bloodied. This is war in our main event. Nobody home for the original El Grande Americano. Shoulder first into the ring post.
But he's got to figure out a way to capitalize.
Both competitors exhausted, running on fumes.
He's talking to him, he said, your finish is right here. You're ended. Oh, how is...
There it is!
Dos.
No!
Wow.
No, he didn't! No!
Wow.
The original Americano just lost everything.
The matchup was even more grueling than we expected. Both the original El Grande Americano and El Grande Americano, alongside Julio and Bruno and Rayo and Bravo. Chaos would ensue, but it was all about pride. It was about being the one and only El Grande Americano. The original's past would come back to haunt him on multiple occasions. First Ojitos, then Pimpinela Escarlata, then eventually Andrea Bazarte at ringside. But the running headbutt seals the fate of the original El Grande Americano, who rallied for his people, for his country, for the culture of Mexico, for the world of lucha libre. The original El Grande Americano exhausted each and every option, but the closing moments, poetic, some might say. We have all been living through a real-life lucha libre love story that culminated tonight in Mask versus Mask in Monterrey, Mexico. There can only be one, and there he stands, the one and only El Grande Americano.
Después de esta batalla de máscara contra máscara, vamos a tener que conocer el nombre, los datos y el rostro del original, El Grande Americano.
We are about to discover the real name of the original.
Please, allow me a few moments to say a few things, please.
Por favor, permítame el momento de decir algunas cosas.
I put on this mask to go on a quest to learn the art of lucha libre so I could defeat all the luchadors in the world that I hated.
Me puse esta máscara para iniciar un viaje y para aprender todas las artes de la lucha libre y vencer a los luchadores que tanto odio.
And in that process, on my journey, I learned everything there was to know about lucha libre, about Mexico, about AAA, the Mexican people, and the Mexican culture.
Y en el proceso me encontré conociendo de qué se trata la lucha libre, de la cultura, del público.
And I'm man enough to admit, I stand here today in front of you, not as a mask, but as a man.
Tengo que admitir que hoy me encuentro aquí ante todos ustedes no como una máscara, sino como un hombre.
And it pains me to say this. It hurts me bad, but with all the honor in the world, I'll say that tonight, I could not overcome the Mexican spirit.
Y hoy debo de reconocer
Beautiful.
que no puedo sobrepasar ese espíritu mexicano.
But understand this. I will always be the original El Grande Americano.
Pero entiende esto, que yo siempre voy a ser el original grande americano.
But tonight, I'm looking you right in the eye and saying that from now on, you are the only El Grande Americano.
Yeah. Wow.
Pero hoy frente a frente te puedo decir a ti que eres el único grande americano.
Key word, único. Right there. There's been years that have passed since I've seen this happen in the ring. Wow.
It's Chad Gable.
Wow. Oh my God.
Su nombre y sus datos, por favor.
You see? Wow. There's an attachment to that mask.
Mi nombre es Chad Gable. I was born March 8th, 1986 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, in the United States of America.
Nací el 8 de marzo de 1986 en Minneapolis, Minnesota, en los Estados Unidos de América.
I wrestled in the Olympic Games in Greco-Roman wrestling and have been a professional wrestler for 13 years.
Luché en los Juegos Olímpicos en lucha grecorromana en el 2012 y he sido luchador profesional por 13 años.
This is my beautiful family, my wife, and my 3 lovely children.
Esta es mi hermosa familia, mi hermosa esposa y mis 3 hermosos hijos.
I can see him tearing. Wow. That's the attachment of the mask and what it means to lose it.
Mark my words, I don't know when, and I don't know how, but Chad Gable will be back in AAA. Gracias!
Marquen mis palabras, porque no sé cuándo, no sé en dónde, pero Chad Gable estará de regreso en AAA.
The very first trophy ever won.
From now on, this is yours.
De ahora en adelante, esto es tuyo. Así que con esto dicho, señoras y señores, de todo México y de todo el mundo, tenemos al único grande americano.
One career was shattered and one was just made.
A night that will live on forever in Lucha Libre lore.
Wow.
The one and only El Grande Americano.
los corazones.